Hey y'all, Dan here with the Southern Paddler Channel. Today I'm on the Paint Rock River in the Paint Rock Valley. This is on Highway 72 east of Huntsville. There is an outfitter here. I'm doing their trip. This is Paint Rock Canoe and Kayak. Great folks. I've known them for several years. Done several trips with them. Today I'm doing their 14-mile trip where they take you up in the valley. You float back down to their outpost. The normal trip, you start there at their outpost and you go down to Highway 72, and it's your typical 5-ish so mile trip. But 14 miles today up here in the valley. Won't see anybody and won't see much of anything other than nature and pretty scenery. It's starting off overcast. We're supposed to have a little sun here and there, so hopefully it will. It's a little cool. It's in the 60s, I think, but it's still a beautiful day. You can see the river behind me. It's moving good today. Gonna have some current to help me out, so looking forward to this trip. Let's go, y'all. The launch point is obviously right next to the road, but we're going to get away from that here in a little bit. And once we do, we'll see another road for 14 miles. I think there's a bridge or two that's probably like a farm bridge, but or maybe a private road. But yeah, we won't be around a lot of highways or houses or anything like that. It's remote. It's one of the reasons I love this trip. All right, folks, I'm about 5 miles in. A couple more miles, I'll be at the halfway spot. And I've only been paddling about 2 hours. So the river's moving today. I'm not working real hard. It's moving. It's taking me down. So, and I have stopped a couple times. I'll stop here in a little bit for lunch, and I'll probably make another couple stops, stretch my legs. So it's a great trip. Been quiet, remote. Wish there was more sun, but it's still a beautiful day. I'm not complaining. And but I am making really good time, so I'm gonna have to may even just kind of back off a little bit to try to stretch it out a little more. I don't want to finish too quick, but it has been a great trip. There's been some trees down, but nothing that you couldn't get through real easy. So basically no issues, really no issues at all. But then again, like I said, I'm not quite halfway yet, so still got a ways to go, but we'll see how it goes. But so far, so good. It's been a great trip, and really just enjoying the peacefulness, the serenity. And just listen to this right here. That's why I do it. All right, we'll check in with y'all in a little bit. All right, it's about 12:30. I started about 9:30, so I've been at it about 3 hours. Gone a little over 7 miles, about a little over halfway. Stopping for lunch, and so figured this would be a good time. Plus, I mean, I'm hungry, so it didn't really matter. But I am about halfway. Enjoying the trip. It's beautiful so far. So I'm going to finishing my lunch here, which is, it's just a public sandwich. I don't spend a lot of time. I do, I gotta have something to eat, but yeah, it's just easy just to get a sandwich already made at Publix. Now I will add like mayonnaise and mustard to it. I don't like a dry sandwich, so I'll definitely add some condiments to it. But yeah, just got me a sandwich, and I got I think like a protein bar or something for snack later. And yeah, I'm just gonna eat my sandwich, enjoy my lunch, and get back to it here in a few more minutes. Check in later. All right, folks, we're 11 miles in. That's a little over 3/4 of the way of the 14, so 11 miles of the 14 total I've got to do today. Still having a good time. Sun has come out here and there. It's not out right now. I wish it would come out and stay out, but it's still been just a wonderful trip. Paint Rock is beautiful, so remote and peaceful, and I've loved it. And several places to stop, sometimes rocky bars and shoals, or sometimes just a little bit of sand mixed with clay, but it's a lot of places to stop and get out. So it's been a wonderful trip. I've had my lunch, and I'm on the home stretch now, the last 3 or so miles, and man, it's been wonderful. It's gone quick. Had a lot of current today. You know, I've stopped a few times, but even stopped since lunch just to kind of just stretch my legs and stuff. But with this current, it's going quick, so I'll check in one more time before we're done. But I did just want to kind of touch base since we're about 3/4 of the way done. Also too, I don't know if you noticed, but probably can't tell, but this is a new Magellan flare paddle. This is number 3 of this paddle that I've had. The first one was fine, but it just got some wear on it, and I thought, okay, I want to get another one before it actually breaks, so I bought a new one. So that was my second one. Well, 2 weeks ago in Hatchet Creek, I broke it. I broke my new one. Oh, dang it!
Yeah, get over there.
It broke my paddle. Ah. Trying to paddle upstream, help a guy that had flipped, and I was putting a lot of pressure on it, and there was a lot of resistance with my boat, because that was a 13-mile trip. So everything on my boat going up current, it was too much for the paddle, and it just snapped. So so that one was done. So I went ahead and got another one. Now I will say this, that one snapped. That was a new one. I was a little disappointed in that. Granted, I was putting pretty good pressure on it, but still, I thought, okay, I'll give it one more shot. So this is another new one, and hopefully this one will last. My other ones lasted 2+ years, so so maybe that was just a very, you know, stressful circumstance that caused that one to break. But I thought, like I said, I thought I'd give it one more chance to see how it does, because I do like these paddles. The fiberglass shaft, poly blades, so they're fairly light, not as light as carbon fiber, but lighter than aluminum. Now these grips, and I see, here's the thing, and I realized this when I bought this new one. I forgot about it when I throw. Okay, so they come apart, and one half broke. Well, the half that broke that I threw away, I forgot to take the little grip off. Cause see, these grip comes off of their aluminum shaft paddles, the Magellan No Limits, I think. That's like the low end, bottom of the ladder type paddles, and they're like $30. And but they have these foam rubber grips. These are like the best grips I've ever seen on a paddle. You try to order them off Amazon or something, you're gonna get neoprene. They slide all over the place. They're stitched together. They come apart. They're crap. But these are one piece foam rubber. I love them. And so I had the grips off of those two Magellan No Limits. I put them on my two flares. When the one broke, I forgot to take the grip off it. I chunked it, you know, grip and all, and I was kicking myself last night when I realized what I had done. So anyway, I'm down to now 3 grips. I got these 2 and then one more on the half that didn't break. And I did keep it. I thought, well, you know, if one of these breaks soon, then I'll get one more. Well, depending on which side breaks, I could get one more full paddle out of it. But we'll see how it does. But again, I do like these paddles, but disappointed it broke. But maybe it was just a special circumstance. We'll see. Okay, 3 more miles to go. We'll get to it. Check in with y'all later. All right, folks, my GPS is showing 15 miles. My phone is showing that we're getting close to Outfitters. So, man, great trip. I mean, look at it. You know, it's beautiful. It's been a great trip. It's, let's see, about 3 o'clock, so 5.5 hours to do 14 or 15 miles according to my GPS. Had some current. Now we had rain this week. Jay told me, Jay the owner said the water is up, you know, a couple feet above normal, so that's helped. But yeah, 14 miles, 5.5 hours. It's been fantastic. I loved it. But I'm about at the end now, so I hope y'all have enjoyed it. Folks, y'all need to check out Paint Rock Canoe. They're just wonderful folks here. Like I said, I've known these people for several years. They treat you right. You're gonna feel good about your trip here. You're gonna have fun. They're normal trips. They do have like the 5-mile trip, 4 or 5 mile, ends at Highway 72. They wash your boats when you're done. I mean, who does that? You know, I mean, really, it's just unheard of. But just wonderful folks here at Paint Rock Canoe and Kayak. So give them a look. Do the Paint Rock. It's a beautiful river, as you can see. It's a great river to do in the summertime because, as you can tell, it's mostly shaded. You know, it's like the trees form like a canopy over the water. And so in the summertime here in Alabama, when it gets just sweltering hot, the Paint Rock just always feels amazing. The water's cool. There's plenty of shade. It's a great trip to do. So if you haven't done it, check out Paint Rock Canoe and Kayak. I have absolutely loved my trip today. I did the 14-mile trip. If you want to venture, do it. Man, this trip is fantastic. So anyway, I'm going to sign off here. About to reach the Outfitters. I'm going to pull out, get loaded up. But hope y'all have enjoyed the video, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.
No, it's fine, thank you.